behind the scenes with future country rock blues kings and queens. Discover them first with Palm Mash TV. Palm Mash TV.
Well, hello there. It's Paul Mash TV time again. Thank you so much for joining us. We have a great interview coming up shortly. But if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button and the bell, and you're always going to be notified of any new episodes coming your way. And leave a comment on the comments section as well. And check out the description part. It'll have contact info. And that same contact info will be there repeated at the closing credits at the end of this program, so stay tuned for that. From Las Vegas, Nevada today, we have Ricardo Love, a very awesome artist, and I think you're going to agree. And we're going to get to that in 1 second, but first here's a quick word from the Caden Gordon Show, so don't go away. We'll be right back right after this.
The Caden Gordon Show, today's best country mix, is a 2-hour show playing independent and mainstream country music you know and love. Be sure to check it out at thecadengordonshow.com for more information on the show.
Okay, we're back, and with us from Las Vegas, Nevada today, we have Ricardo Love, and thank you so much for joining us, Ricardo.
Thank you for having me, sir.
Yeah, no problem. I'm glad to have you here. Well, the first question I was asked, because, you know, everybody has their own story, how they started in the music business. Tell us a little bit about your story. I mean, I guess you always wanted to be an artist since you were a kid. Maybe it goes deeper than that. Tell us in your own words, though.
Well, I had a friend named Bernard Edmondson, and he came from the third generation of band members. And I was just a skateboard kid at the time. And, you know, and he started, so his generation started, and he was playing bass. And so, you know, I asked if he would show me a song, and he showed me the song called Boogie Oogie Oogie by a band called, a female group called Taste of Honey.
That's right.
And it's not an easy, it's not an easy bass line, so I don't know why he started with that one. And I picked it up and I really liked it. And then later on, we wanted to start a band, but we couldn't have 2 guitar players. I was age 13, I think. Yeah, 13. So we couldn't have two bass players. So they threw me on guitar and talked about me like a dog until I got good enough to play with them, you know, with a band, because the guitar is a little harder than the bass, you know. So, oh my God. Okay, I thought my battery went out for me for a minute there. So yeah, and that's how I got started. Then I started playing for the church, and something about playing for the church that just accelerates how fast you learn, you know. But you know, so I didn't just play gospel music though. I was playing all kind of music, and yeah, I moved to New York. It's a whole story on. I'll let you ask the questions, because it's a whole story, how the progression of how I got into music.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, and I remember that song too, Boogie Oogie Oogie. That was back in the 70s, I do believe, and was a great song. I remember, by Taste of Honey, as you said. And what would you say your biggest influences were when it comes to music? I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of legends that come to mind.
Well, I grew up on the funk, but as far as guitar, George Benson was my inspiration on how I played. My mother introduced me to him. And back in those days, we had something called the 8-track, which it was just a continuous loop of 4 8-tracks, and it would just go click, click. And, you know, and so the music was just playing constantly if it wasn't from the vinyl, which was also a great sound. And but my earliest, where I got interested in music for myself, was funk, like Cameo and Confunction, Brass Construction, all of these funk groups, you know. And so and when I started playing guitar, I did it backwards. Like most people who play guitar, they play these simple open position chords and stuff. I started playing funk lines, like funk chords, like minor 7 chords and stuff. I didn't even know how to play open position chords until much later. So I started learning the songs that I was interested in, and mostly self-taught. Yeah.
Yeah, there's some couple of good bands you mentioned there, like Cameo, you said, and George Benson. You know, those are real legends. You know, and
yeah,
and
yes.
I really love
Funkadelic, and Parliament. Bootsy, all of those funk groups. That's I really gravitated to. And then later on, when I got more mature with my music, I started getting into smooth jazz. It wasn't smooth jazz. I like funky jazz though, like George Duke, Marcus Miller. Jazz that's got a little bite to it. Not just so put you to sleep. Even though what's his name, Kenny G was kind of the first to start that smooth jazz movement. He they kind of took it a little too far and it almost put you to sleep, almost became like elevator music and almost took the musicianship out of it, so I still like the jazz with a little bit of bite in it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
another group I liked was Kenny G. He was pretty good. Yes.
Yeah.
Um, well, tell everybody where we can find your music at, by the way. I mean, I'm sure it's on all streaming platforms, but maybe you're on social media and you have an official website as well. Tell us all that. We'd love to hear it.
So I was a music producer and for years and years I just got all of these artists that if you asked me where my music was, I would have to tell you where theirs are. So this year I put out my own music as an artist. So that I put out an album called Dance Romance. It's on all platforms. You can find your platform that you like on ricardolove.hearnow.com, and that'll send you to Spotify or Apple Music or whatever, Amazon or whatever your is. So that's ricardolove.hearnow.com. That's RICARDO love.hearnow.com. So I don't know if you know much about the streaming payouts and stuff, but it's ridiculous. I got over 150,000. I just released in January of this year, January 12th, and we got over 150,000 streams, and there's still yet to be any kind of payout. And so I got frustrated with that already, and with another artist as well that I produced. So we're also on Bandcamp, which pays the artist directly. That's ricardolovemusic.bandcamp.com. And then so that's I got some songs on there that people can buy direct, and I don't have to wait for streaming. And then I just released on my birthday, which was June 25th, I released over 300 songs for content creators and people do commercials and film and stuff. A lot of multimedia music, but also full songs, and that's in the artist vault. And that's on that link is not as easy. So if they go to some of those other it'll be in some of those descriptions, and it's also on YouTube. If you look up me, and I have it in the descriptions. So I'm going to have to make a conversion to that, maybe to something simple, for the link for that.
Okay, well, check out all Ricardo Love's songs and videos in the places where he said. I know he will love you for that. And we're getting ready to play this song. What is it called? Drunken Uber, I think it's called.
Yeah, I'm real proud of that song. It's a fun song. It's a club anthem, but it's also an anti-drinking song on the down low. So we're hoping that we got a whole DJ campaign behind that, and we're hoping that DJs would play that, as particularly toward the end of the club when everybody's going home. And instead of people being drunk and killing people, they can be drunk in an Uber. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. And it is a great song. And is there any other story you want to say about this, like how it came about, or is that pretty much it?
Well, I was an Uber driver on and off. Being an artist, you're always faced with, I got to make a living, I got to live, because music doesn't pay consistently, over time. So being an Uber driver gives you a great amount of flexibility. So for on and off for over like 7.5 years, I was an Uber driver, and in Los Angeles and the Bay Area, San Francisco, Oakland, Bay Area. And so I got a chance to see firsthand saving people's lives and people sending people to Ubers and so on. And out of all those drunks, 99% of them were happy drunks. I only had a bad incident at one time. So, I would rather you be drunk in my Uber than, not get home alive or kill somebody.
Right. Okay, well, it is a great song. I've heard it a couple of times. I really love it, and I know you out there will too. And we're going to get to that song in just a second, but I want to thank you so much, Ricardo, for being on the show today. Come back anytime you want to plug something new. Maybe we'll have you back on sometime.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
No problem, and here it is, Drunken Uber by Ricardo Love. It begins right now.
Please drink responsibly.
Drunken Uber. No DUI.
But officer, I only have just a couple drinks. That's all.
Drunken Uber. I'm drunk in Uber. I'm drunk in Uber.
No DUI.
No DUI. Drunk in Uber. Drunk in Uber. I'm drunk in Uber. Going to the next club. I'm drunk in Uber. My car at home. I'm gonna dance all night. 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 I'm drunk in Uber. Meet me at the club. Going to the next club. Pulling up now. I'm drunk in Uber. Drink on you. My car at home. No DUI. I'm gonna dance all night. 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 Uber. Drunk in Uber. No DUI. Drunk in Uber. I'm drunk in Uber.
Please drink responsibly.
I'm drunk in Uber.
Drink responsibly.
No DUI. Drunk in Uber.
Drink responsibly.
Drunk in Uber.
Drink responsibly.
I'm drunk in Uber. Going to the next club.
Party, party.
I'm drunk in Uber. My car at home.
No DUI.
I'm gonna dance all night. 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 I'm drunk in Uber. Meet me at the club. Going to the next club. Pulling up now. I'm drunk in Uber. Drink on you. My car at home. No DUI. I'm gonna dance all night. 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 Uber. Drunk in Uber. No DUI. Drunk in Uber. Drunk in Uber.
Oh, hell no. He threw up in my damn car.